of the year. I feel like that's just really lazy.
Hey, who's number one right now? I'm trying to think.
Number one right now, New York.
Very, yeah, yeah. Like you don't give respectfully, you don't give Marquisha Davis the rookie of the year because she has the best record as a rookie. You just don't.
Yeah,
You give it. I mean, it's now granted. Just putting this out there. If one of them were to lead a team to a number one seed, then yeah, you can use that to build the case. But it's not the case here. So I don't think standing should matter that much. Like I said, I just think it should be more so on the individual performances itself. Um, right now, it's still hard for me to choose, but I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning a little more towards Caitlyn, and I'm that's just where I'm at with it. Based on a lot of it for me is eye test. Y'all, if you know me, you know I'm a that boy nice, that girl nice eye test person. And just seeing like how she's gotten more comfortable playing and just how like what she does on the floor impacts her team a little more than what Angel does on the floor. And don't get me wrong, rebounding is an essential skill. It is a big thing for teams to have is a good rebounder. But same time with Caitlyn, bro, you got someone that can run the offense. You got someone that is already one of the better passers in the league as a rookie. Someone who's just learning and like figuring it out really. But it's like she's already a step ahead of like some of her counterparts. Like I wouldn't say I want to go too far and say she's like. I mean, she's an all star in her rookie season. I mean, part of that has to do with the fans. Obviously, she brings in a lot of fans. She can compete with him. I want to say she's up there as in like as a rookie. That says a lot, you know. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just more impressed with what Caitlyn has done this season than what Angel has done this season, but it's not by a lot. What
yeah,
Angel has done this season is ridiculous. She just got finished with a 15 game double double streak. That's
yeah.
a remarkable feat. Nobody's ever done that in W history. Not Candace, not Asia, not Sil.
Don't do that.
I'm just naming some of the
You
greats.
didn't have to say Candace's name first or like
It
that.
was just the first to pop in mind because she got every record under her belt.
Hmm. Relax, relax.
I think starting the season it was Caitlyn. Now you can't clear cut say it's Caitlyn or say it's like by Caitlyn by a landslide. No, because it's close. Angel is right there. Like reasons I got Caitlyn for or not MVP for rookie of the year might be the same reasons why you got Angel for the rookie of the year. It's that close at this point. You can really flip a coin.
Yeah, I think the next 15 games, one of them will separate themselves. I don't know who this given moment, but I do feel like it's going to be hard for them to go game for game like they were doing for like a 2 or 3 week period where it was literally like, okay, she had a great game, she had a great game, she had a great game, and then it's funny like Angel struggled yesterday against the Liberty, and then
Mm-hmm.
Caitlyn struggled today against the Lynx. So it's like y'all both struggled the same day. Like y'all could have maybe pushed ahead a little bit, but neither of you really took that mantle or took that step ahead of the other. So it's kind of funny how that works out sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Where was I about to go with this? But definitely should be an interesting race to see. Um, especially like you mentioned with these next 15 games coming up.
And they get a month off, so like I'm curious to see what that month off does for both of them, considering how long they've played. Um, I mean, consecutively. I mean, they played. I mean, what Angel lost in the Final Four, and Caitlin lost in the national championship. So they played since pretty much since April.
Yeah.
When did my ankle brace fall off? What the? I don't know when it unattached, but okay.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, no. As you mentioned, we'll be getting a break coming up this weekend. Actually, we got them two headlining the WNBA All Star game up against Team USA. Let's get
Hey,
into it, man. I know we talked about it a little bit last week, but the game is here this coming Saturday. Um, you got the Friday night festivities. Friday. What is it? 3-point contest, skills contest.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would assume. I don't think they added
They
anything
haven't
more.
announced who's participating in it,
Yeah,
have they?
yeah, which is crazy considering it's Sunday and it starts. Let me not crash out. But yeah, this is some of the stuff we be talking about. Like, how do we not know
A
if
week out.
if we're getting Sabrina versus Caitlin in the 3-point contest?
I mean, you probably are.
I mean, we know that,
I would say
but
Sabrina,
other
Caitlin,
people
K
need to know
Mac.
that.
I would say Sabrina, Caitlin, K Mac, KP, Enrique.
I mean, if you look at 3-point standings or 3-point percentage, let's see.
You can throw.
You got you gotta have a few from Minnesota,
Well, I said K Mac.
like Bridget Carlton,
Oh, you saying just
unless
for Minnesota? Oh,
unless
you
she
saying
can't.
not All Stars? You saying not All Stars?
Yeah.
Because I was
Because they,
involved in the All Stars, but obviously
yeah,
3-point. Yeah, you got to involve like
like
the
a
whole
Bridget
league.
Carlton maybe,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. We'll see what they do. They do kind of just do all stars sometimes, which There's some shooters that aren't all stars. So, but hey, I'm gonna let them do their thing. We gonna be tuned in regardless, so it really
We're
don't
gonna be
matter.
tuned in regardless. We're gonna talk about it regardless. It came up today that is the 1 year anniversary of Sabrina Ionescu's legendary
Yeah,
3-point contest performance. Ooh wee.
legendary is an understatement.
Yeah. Um so we'll see
Uh,
how she defends her crown this year around. Why am I rhyming today, man? I'm in my bag with the raps. Hold on.
oh, hold
But
on.
yeah, no, All-Star game Saturday night, Team USA up against Team WNBA. This will serve as a good first test for Team USA, but at this crazy competitiveness out of this game. But it will be fun to see some competitive, um, like fun competition. Being that it's a couple of little I don't say tips, but like little rivalries and stuff, or just like things to watch. Like well, I talked about in the article that's live on mostpussymedia.com right now. Um, about how maybe the guard matchups, we can get some moments out of those. Uh, the matchups with the bigs as well. I think it's kind of evenly matched. Not like so evenly matched, obviously, because you got the world's best on one team, but same time, their counterparts are their counterparts just as good. So I mean, you got some heavy hitters on that team, WNBA team. You got Dewana Bonner who can light it up any given moment. John Quill Jones has been having a great season. Um, you got Caitlin Clark who was left off the Team USA team. You know she gonna want to get hers. You know she gonna want to. Hey, we gonna see if that monster been woken up. We gonna see if that monster been woken up. You got Andrew Reese too, who has been criticized and criticized and
6
criticized, and has
p.m.
proven the critics wrong every time. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be a good game.
At least the 3-point contest isn't at like 2 p.m. this year.
Oh my gosh, bro! It was like
It's at
two
6
two
p.m., which
o'clock
is
on
still
a.
kind of crazy. 6
It's
p.m. on a
still
Friday, really, bro?
people just getting off work. At least they did it during work last year.
Oh,
They at
sorry,
least
it's
gave
9
us
p.m.
the
9 p.m. 9 p.m.
decency. Oh, 9
Sorry,
p.m.
9
Okay,
p.m.
so 6 p.m. their
They
time.
put Pacific time before Eastern time, so it threw me off.
Okay, I was about to say, but no, I was about to say they because they did it during work time.
I was still at work, bro.
Career by 9, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely looking forward to the weekend. What are you looking forward to out of this All Star weekend?
Um, I'm interested to see if they do bring any other people.
Mm,
I would love to see them try to add like some rookies into like a skills contest. Like bring Rickea
mm-hmm,
Jackson, bring a
mm-hmm,
Kate Martin for the 3-point contest. Like
mm-hmm.
open this thing up. Bring out the people that a lot of people have been tuned in for, and then bring out people that some people may not be paying enough attention to, even though they're on a good team or even though they're having a really good season, like a Bridget Carlson or Atlanta Smith. Like Atlanta Smith probably should be an All Star. I'm still not over that. Kennedy Carter skills contest, need it. Like there's so many different players that we could see that aren't All Stars or on the Olympic team that should be involved in some way. And in past years, it's only been people that, um, it's only been people that are on an All Star roster or in proximity of being, All Star weekend. And maybe people take their week break because they'd rather do that than go do the 3-point contest. But I also feel like why not take that opportunity if they were given it? So I find it hard to believe that they, can't find people to want to do these competitions. Um, I still wish there was another competition on Saturday. Like literally anything, like 1v1 tournament, King of the Court,
That's
Queen
what
of the
we
Court
need,
tournament,
yo. That's what
something
we
like
need, bro.
anything, literally
Anything.
anything. Like we just need something. We just
Y'all
need
can play
something.
horse. No, I'm playing.
Honestly though, like horse,
Honestly,
something,
horse.
something, bro, something. I
Hey, and
mean,
then Phoenix too. Remember they did a horse thing in Phoenix for the NBA All Star, and they had that weird pony trophy for KD.
yes, yes. Didn't he end up playing against like Rondo or something?
Somebody random, y'all. I don't know
I
who
feel
it
like he played
was.
against
Might have been
Rondo.
Chris Paul.
I remember Chris Paul lost to Allie Quigley
Oh yeah, during that was what COVID, right?
during
When everybody was
COVID,
doing,
which was
yeah,
crazy.
everybody was
She
sending
was
in
on
the
her
video
court at
clips.
home. He was on his court
Yeah,
at home. I
didn't Mike
think
Conley win that whole thing?
did he? I thought
I
Allie
want to
Quigley
say
won.
Mike Conley won that whole thing.
Hold on, let me see, cause I don't know why I thought Allie Quigley won.
What do you even type up for that COVID 3-point contest?
Literally, like no, it wasn't a 3-point contest. It was the horse
Let's see. I remember they
competition.
showed it on call it on ESPN. I don't
Chauncey
even see it
Billups.
because they had like a whole thing. I typed in COVID 3-point contest. Of course, I don't get any
So
good
Group
results or
One
anything like that.
was Chauncey Billups, Tamika Catchings, Mike Conley, Trey Young. Group Two
I remember that.
was Zach Levine, Chris Paul, Paul Pierce, and Allie Quigley. The challenge results were Chauncey Billups beat Trey Young, Mike Conley beat Tamika Catchings, Zach Levine beat Paul Pierce, Allie Quigley beat Chris Paul. So then it was Mike Conley versus Chauncey Billups and Zach Levine versus Allie Quigley, but it doesn't say anything after that. So now I'm gonna try to find another one and see if it tells me who won. Uh,
Okay. Seems as if Tariq has exited the building, but let's see. All Star Weekend this upcoming weekend. Should be exciting. Should be a great All Star Weekend, honestly. With everyone that's involved in it. Um, I got a feeling that we'll get some great moments, and this will be an All Star Weekend that we talk about for the next few years. I know it's in Phoenix. This could be Diana Taurasi's last one. I mean, she hasn't talked about retirement, but hey, why not have your last, go around be where you spent your whole career at? I don't know. It hasn't really been a farewell tour type season for DT, but I mean, I don't know. I just feel like when DT does retire, we will get a however as she is, but she built different, come from a different cloth. Hold on. Okay, Tariq is coming back in. There we go. I don't know why I kicked you out. I can't even hear you. No, no. So right through. It's okay. Okay, we got two Tariqs on the screen.
What?
Hold on. Okay, cool. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Sorry for that blip, that mess up. I'm not an IT guy.
Oh my goodness.
But we're back in action. All right. So we're halfway through the season. Looking at the standings, as a preview to, I guess, some things we'll talk about throughout this week. The playoff picture, man. You got teams that have really solidified themselves in their spots. Um, we got a good idea of what teams will be in the playoffs, what teams are contenders, and what teams are contending for the lottery. Um, got New York Liberty in first place, 20-4 record. Then you got the Connecticut Sun, 18-5. Las Vegas Aces creeping up at 16-7. Minnesota, the Lynx in fourth place at 16-8. Seattle Storm are right behind them at 16-8 as well. You got the Phoenix Mercury, who have a 500 record at 12-12. Um,
Mm,
then you got the Indiana Fever, 11-14 at seventh spot.
creeping.
Chicago Sky, 9-14 at the eighth spot. Now you got Atlanta, that's a couple games behind them.
7 game
You
losing streak.
got the Sparks that are them. Washington. Washington. Listen, I had this conversation with someone at TL earlier today, and they said that Washington is like the scariest like tank team because it's like they play. Oh, let me go to the conversation. Let's do that. Let's refer to the
Let's say in terms
conversation
of
first.
talent or in terms of like how well they can play.
How well they can play.
Oh, okay, that makes
Okay, the
sense.
tweet. All right. Tweet was shout out to CC. Tweet was Mystics the scariest lottery team. Mystics the scariest lottery team ever. I swear. And I said I say it all the time. One of the scariest teams to play against is a team with nothing to lose.
I can see it. I can see it. They play a good brand of
Like
basketball.
I don't know, just the way they came out against the
They
Aces
play a good
today.
brand of basketball. So like,
Yeah,
um, a lot of their losses come just end up being just a lack of talent more than a lack of execution or just not playing good basketball. Like,
yeah, and they've experienced a bunch of injuries this year too.
yeah.
I want to say
So like,
Shakira Austin's out again.
yeah, she's been out
Brittany
for
Sykes
pretty
is
much the whole
out.
season. Been out for
Yeah,
pretty much the whole season.
yeah.
I think Brittany
So
Sykes has played 2 games. Like she played the first game, got hurt, came back, and got hurt in that game that she came back. So
and I drafted her in fantasy.
and Shakira Austin played maybe 5 games this season, maybe. So, but Ariel Atkins had 36 today, so she's
She
hooping.
definitely did. Ariel Atkins is one of the more slept on players in the league, bro. I've been saying it. I'm
If
continuing
she
to say
played on
it.
contending team, she'd be getting way more respect than she is,
Oh, for sure.
and she'd be an All Star every year. But it is what it is.
Like you put her in what Connecticut?
Like,
The story around her
yeah,
be
if
different.
she was on the Fever, they'd be way better.
She was an Olympian.
Yeah,
How quick people are to forget.
yeah, she definitely was an Olympian.
Yeah, but no, shout out to Ariel Atkins for sure. Um, but nah, go back to the standings. And then last is the Dallas Wings. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess you got what 10 to 12 sweepstakes for Paige. Um, Paige sweepstakes. Now, I mean, if Atlanta can, and this is a tall task to ask for Atlanta, but if Atlanta can kind of get somewhat serious, they can probably sneak in as the eighth seed.
Yeah, because they're not that far behind
They're
Chicago.
not
So,
that far behind Chicago.
and
But
neither
like even
is.
the Sparks are 6 and 17.
Mm, and I want to say Dallas, but they just keep losing.
Yeah, 5 and 19 is
Like I
crazy.
don't. I love Satu and I love Maddie, but I don't know if adding them two is going to win you 10 out of 15 games because that's basically what you're going to need. I mean, and you're going to need Chicago to help you out a lot
Yep.
with losses. Like technically, they're only like 4.5 games back of them,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not impossible,
Yep.
but that's not easy. And I guess it would also depend on Chicago's schedule down the stretch. Like you need them to play New York a couple times, you need to play Connecticut a couple times, Vegas a couple times, Seattle a couple times. Like you just need then to have a tough schedule coming out the other way, and your schedule to get a little bit easier. Like have a couple games against the Mystics, a couple games against the Sparks, a couple games against the like you just need a lot of things to go your way. Because if you got
Yeah.
the Liberty and the Aces a couple times on your schedule, and the Aces on, or and the Sun on your schedule, I don't know if I really foresee. Let's see. Let's see what I can see when All Star break returns. So their next game is against the Fever, uh, and that's the last game before. Oh Lord, their first three games after the break: Sun, Liberty, Liberty. Then they play the Sparks. Then they play the Aces and the Lynx.
This is Atlanta we talking about?
That is Dallas.
Oh, this is Dallas. Oh, Lord. Yeah, nah.
Oh man. And
Yeah,
then they
nah.
play the Fever. Then they got the Mystics, Dream, Sky. So they got a little 3-4 game stretch right there where they can make up some ground. Then they play Liberty, Liberty,
Man,
Storm.
they need to get familiar with Big Ten and Big East basketball this upcoming fall. They need to know. They need to get real familiar with the
Like, do we
games
want to do we want to
of
guard or
Kiki
do we want to
Arioff
forward?
and Paige Beckers.
Do we want a point guard or do we want a forward?
Come on now, they gotta listen. They gotta make their draft decision right now.
Paige and JC or Satu and Kiki?
It's tough.
They need a point guard.
Yeah.
But never mind, I ain't gonna say that because they might
Oh,
see this. I almost said something kind of mean.
you about
Uh,
to wall out? You about to bug out?
no, I was just gonna say
Nah.
I want Paige to go somewhere where they pass the ball.
I had a feeling. I was thinking the same thing.
But
I was
but
thinking it's only on
but
basketball, but
but Paige and Satu would be a really fun duo. So actually, I'm here for that.
oh yeah, you be tuning in.
I mean, I'm tuned in regardless, but I'm definitely tuned in if Paige and Satu on the same team. It's just that two guard got to swing the rock.
I rock with Enrique though.
Me too,
That's
but
my brand of basketball right there.
we know.
Anyways, man. All right. So for the
You
contending
want her on your
teams,
team?
for the contending teams,
We'll trade. We'll trade.
for the contending teams.
We'll trade. Let me get Jackie Young and you can have Enrique.
That's my word, and I'm saying it right here live on air. I'm making a graphic for that this week.
You said what?
The graphic for the teams you drafted last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making that this week, and
All right,
I'm
bet.
putting it out. Be all right. All right. So if anybody needs a refresher, we drafted teams from
Oh,
comprised
I'm
of
doing that
all.
Joel Lloyd clip too.
Tariq's team is as follows. He got Stewie, Caitlin, Fee, Jackie Young, and KP as a starting lineup. I got Asia, Sabrina, John Quell, Ka, and Jewel Lloyd as my
We
starting
good. We
lineup.
good. We good. We good. We good. We chilling.
Okay. Okay.
We
And
chilling.
then for Tariq off the bench, he has Alyssa Thomas, Neka, Alicia Gray, Enrique, and Aaliyah Boston.
Woo!
Me on the bench, I have Chelsea Gray, Andrew Reese, Kelsey Mitchell, Brittany Griner, Erica Hamby.
It's only one ball.
It is only one ball.
You name one. You name one passer. I'm pretty sure.
As many times as we can. More times than you'll
Cap.
know who you think will win in this hypothetical matchup. We will have I'll have this posted so you guys can have reference to the list and look at it, think about it,
And I'm gonna clip the Joel
break it
Lloyd.
down for yourself.
I'm gonna clip the Joel Lloyd argument.
All from last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, man, it's like, oh,
Um.
you know what she been doing this year? 38% from the floor. That's what she been doing.
Yeah. All right. So back to the playoff picture. Tariq posed a question of how much. Man, no, nobody talking to you, Siri. How much? How much of playoff seeding matter for the top teams? Top teams, those are being the Aces, the Liberty, the Sun, and the
Sun and Lynx.
I don't know why I say Mystic. It's frozen right now, and just the way it froze is crazy. But yeah, how much does seeding matter for the top teams?
I think it depends on the team. I think Connecticut is a team that would benefit from it. Well, let me say this: they would all benefit from it. How many teams need it or like feel like the most confident with it would be Connecticut or Minnesota. I think New York or Las Vegas feels fine going on the road in a series, um, especially Vegas, considering they won the championship on the opposing team's floor last season. Um,
Jeez.
so um, I feel like they'll feel fine. And New York, they're a pretty good road team. I don't think they would be worried about going to Connecticut or going to Minnesota or going to Vegas. Maybe not the Vegas one, but I feel like New York and Vegas would be fine. But I feel like a team like Connecticut would
Mm-hmm.
need it
Yeah.
just to feel more confident. But I will say they, the Aces and the Liberty, would not want to be stuck in that 4 spot because you definitely don't want to play each other in the second round. You want to play each other at the end. So they obviously would want to get the 1 and 2 seeds or like that one. You would want to get one of the top 3 seeds so you don't have to play them until the end. You don't want to be sitting there and stuck like, oh, we got to play them in the second round, and now somebody else is gonna find their way into the championship or the finals when maybe they shouldn't be there. But um, I feel like for those teams, and even for like the Lynx, who is like not a young team, but they're a bit more inexperienced in the playoffs as a group. I feel like their first round matchup, with it being probably either Seattle or Phoenix, they would need that home court advantage. Um, and then Connecticut, I feel like first round they'll be fine, but it's the second round where they would want that that advantage over Vegas or New York of them having to play in Connecticut first and then Vegas and New York.
Yeah, I would agree too, man. Just base mainly because with Connecticut, this team has just changed so much from time to, I mean, from year to year. and they've always became like closer and closer, but they just don't make that move or don't make that stride or just can't get over the hump of doing whatever it takes to win the championship. They get close. They get real close. 2 years ago, they were in the championship and they lost in not five, in four.
Hmm.
Yeah, in four. But yeah, no. And like I don't know, even with them this year, it's just like they still don't strike me as that team that can get it done.
Respectfully,
I mean, they're good.
but they ain't that. No, I'm just kidding.
Like Jadakiss said, man, hey, it's good, but it's not enough.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, man, but nah, with the Aces though, Aces have, regained their swagger, um, regained their dominance. Like we mentioned earlier in the show, Asia Wilson is a woman on a mission, on a tear. New York, same thing. They are getting better as they play more. Um,
They feel like
the
the
team
Spurs in
around the
2014.
stars, yeah, the team around the stars really was driving them. Was keeping them afloat. I mean, because obviously you got Sabrina, John Quell, and Stewie who have been balling out, but I hate to even view Benaj Laney as like a role player because I feel like she's a step above that, and it's like she's like a key piece,
Yeah.
And I mean, I just guess that just comes with with two former MVPs coming to your team, but she hasn't regressed in a sense really. Um, Kayla Thornton has been big for them this season as well.
Yeah.
Like what I've seen from her. Um, I don't want to say her name wrong, but she played in Seattle last year. It's
I know.
It's Ivana Jovic,
Doikit.
and of course you were free. Oh, what was her name? Did you say her name?
Doikit.
Dwaykic. Okay.
Um, Leonie
Yeah.
Phoebus has played really well this year
Liberty
too.
have been good. Um, I don't know. Just the freezing is kind of taking me off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but who will be your dark horse contender?
Dark horse contender.
Yeah.
So that would be like the two teams that I really feel confident in being contenders are Vegas and New York.
Yep.
Outside of that, maybe Seattle.
I would
Seattle
say so
probably.
too. They got the personnel.
I mean they really don't have no reason to not really. I mean your entire starting five is so you got Skyler outside of Jordan
Mm.
Horston. They've either been an All Star or an Olympian. One of them has been an MVP. One of them has led the league in scoring. Has won multiple championships. Like you have no reason to not honestly even when you look at it they've played well against the Aces this year. They played well against the Liberty. There's no reason that they shouldn't be in that conversation or
Mm-hmm.
taking these teams to the brink or beating these teams in the playoffs because you have the team to do it. You have the roster.
Yeah.
It's not like when you match up these rosters are completely different. These rosters match up really well. So I I feel like if Seattle doesn't win a championship this year, I feel like it's a failure of a season because
Mm.
their core isn't young. If their core
No.
was like 26, 27, sure. But you went and got Skyler, who is an older player. You went and brought in NECA, who's an older player. Not saying that they're past their prime or way past their prime or anything like that. Like they're not still good players, but obviously they're not still at their peak level of play. Um, and then you've got Joe Lloyd as well. So like that's a lot of money that you're paying for three players. You still have Ezzy. Um, so like maybe failure is the wrong way to put it, but I just feel like they feel like it's a loss of a season if they don't win a
It'll be
championship
a
this year.
disappointment if they don't win.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that a little bit. Maybe not so much so because it's their first year together, but more
Yeah.
so, I understand why it would be because, like, as you mentioned, in NECA, you got Jewel, like you got a squad. So,
Yeah.
um,
And they're tied for five right now. Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
only reason they're five is because they've lost the season series so far to Minnesota. So if they won a couple games here and there, and obviously the Lynx have played without Fee for the last few games, and that has contributed to some of their losses. Um, but Seattle is still right there. They could still end up being a top four seed and playing in New York or playing one of these teams in the second round. And if they're able to knock one of these teams out in the second round, then that's where, well, the conference finals, and that's where their um, confidence can build from. Kind of like Phoenix a couple years ago. Like going in, Aces, Phoenix, everyone was going Aces. Phoenix got it. I was like, okay, so now they actually have a chance to win the championship this year. I feel like Seattle's in that same kind of range. Like you may not pick them to win, but you can see the chance. Like you can see them winning, and then if they get one series, then that could propel them to getting multiple series.
Listen, man, all a team needs is one win sometimes, bro. They just need to see that they can do it one time, and then they're like, all right, we back, we good. We can
Or
do
other
it
teams just
three more
struggling.
times. That as well. But you get somebody that the hope and belief that they can do something one time, they're gonna think they can do it every time. They can think they can do it forever. Like,
It's a fact. Got to shut it down. Nip it in the bud. I don't know why I
yeah,
said it like that.
right. Hold on,
Nip it in the bud right now, bro. Nah, that was OD.
gotta cut that out. But
Shut that down. Lock that up. Oh man.
there was a lot of expectations heading into the season with this team. This is one of the more exciting teams to watch. Or and I feel like it's been like that for a couple of seasons for the Sun. I mean, not Suns. Too much basketball, but with the Mercury, I know there's a lot of expectations. I understand Brittany Griner was arrested and missed the whole season. Not last season, season before last. So that was season they got Cheating Charles. So he was all like, "Oh, they got a big four going on," but that kind of foiled. And then last year, was a weird year. Skylar not playing due to her feud with the organization after her pregnancy. Um, and then now they bring in Kalia Copper. They bring in what's they bring in? No, cause I was about to say names that aren't on the team. Like I gotta remember. I gotta remember those players got traded. So I'm thinking like, yo, who
Oh man.
brought in Ka. Who
Natasha
was on the
Cloud,
roster?
Becca
Hold on,
Allen,
hold
bro.
on. Let me use Natasha Cobb back at. I'm about to say, let me use my resources. But
Oh
they
man.
brought in a squad. They brought in a squad. They have some good players, some great players, some championship DNA players, and but they're sitting in the middle of the standings, literally 12-12. What can happen over the course of these next 16 games that can put them in a better position, or do you see if they regress and fall down a little bit in the standings, or do they just stay 12-12 en route to a 20-20 season.
I would not be surprised, honestly, if they go 500 at the second half of the season.
This
I
team is
mean,
so up and down.
their offense is fine. I mean, Kaw's averaging 23, Brittany Griner's averaging 18, Pantori's averaging 16. Sasha Cloud's one of the league leaders in assists. Sophie Cunningham is averaging 8. Becca Allen's averaging 7. Um, it's really this the defense, and it's weird. Um, and I don't really understand it because they don't have. I mean, respectfully, outside of one player at the starting lineup, they don't have bad defenders out there. So it's really weird to see. Like today, they gave up 8 threes to Rachel Banham. Like
Who came off the bench?
came off the bench and gave you 8 threes.
8 threes? Come on. Rachel Banham cold, dog.
I thought you was going somewhere else with that. I was about to say, yo, bro, I thought you was about to hit like I did with Kia Nurse a couple years ago.
Nah. Oh my gosh, yo, that's a
Oh man,
legendary. I ain't gonna lie,
that
that's a
was
legendary
crazy.
moment, yo.
That was crazy. I was like, Kia Nurse of all people, Kia. Nah, that was
Nah,
crazy. Actually, considering I'm a UConn fan, that was actually crazy. Um, I don't know. Something's just off about Phoenix, and maybe it's some of the coaching. Maybe it's just the way that they've been doing things. I don't really know. It's just weird. Like the numbers say, or I would say, like the roster says they should be better than they are.
yeah,
But when you watch them play, it's like I could see why they aren't better than they are. Like,
bro, you don't know what team you getting that night, bro. Like that's the thing with them, bro. You don't know if you getting all right. This is a potential contending team, or this is a team that should be respected in the league, and you get a team that's like the next night is just
where do you
you
think
don't know
they
what you're
rank
doing.
in defensive rating?
Let's see. There's 12 teams in the league. If they're 12-12 in the regular standings, meaning they lost half their games, and defense wins games. So I'm saying they probably like 8.
9.
Ooh,
Their
close.
defense is their defense is worse than Atlanta and Washington. Make that make sense. Just, but their offensive rating is fifth, but their net rating is a minus 3.5. So like they're still in their record says they're higher than they are, but they're in the tier with the Chicago's and the Washingtons and the Indianas and the Atlantas. So it's like, are they really up there where we're trying to put them? Like their assist percentage, they're 10th. Assist to turnover ratio, they're 8th. Rebounding percentage, they're 11th. Like effective field goal percentage, they are 5th. True shooting percentage, 3rd. So they're shooting the ball well, but they're not rebounding the ball well or defending well or passing the ball well outside of Natasha Cloud. And this just shows like all the inconsistency. It just puts it like in a little bubble for you. It's just I don't know, man. It's field goal percentage, they're 7th. 3-pointers made per game, they're 5th. 3-point percentage, they are 6th. So like again, they're shooting the ball well.
Yeah.
And Brittany Griner's only averaging 6 rebounds this season, which I saw earlier and thought it was a misread. Um, but uh, yeah, they're 10th in steals, 4th in blocks, um, 6th in turnovers, so middle of the pack, and then 9th in assists. So just like I don't know. It's just a very weird 11th in rebounds. You're Brittany Griner and you're 11th in rebounds. But when you play small, that's what you kind of leave open. So you're playing Natasha Cloud, Kalia Copper, Diana Taurasi, Becca Allen next to Brittany Griner. You're hoping that offense overtakes the defense, and it hasn't to this point. It has 12 times, and then it hasn't 12 times. So it's really a pick your poison. Like, do you want to play better defense? Do you want to rebound, or do you want to shoot the ball better? That's really what it comes down to. Are you going to pick offense or are you going to pick
Yeah.
defense? And this is
Yep.
also with a coach that is coaching for the first time. So maybe with a
There's a
different
lot
coach,
going on out there in Phoenix, man. There's a lot going on in the Valley.
it's a lot going on. Word to Vic Mensa. If you know, you know.
Speaking of a lot going on, though. All right, second half predictions, man.
Ah,
Let's see if there were to be a second half prediction to make. Well, obviously, I don't know. I feel like Asia has made the MVP race like just
hers.
unattainable for anybody else. Like that's her award of the year at
Literally.
the moment.
Yeah, it's hers.
But I could see a big boom from like. Well, you got players like Sabrina. You got players like Kyle who've had like great seasons. Um, Interested to see like how people view them and how they finish off their seasons. Um, Definitely want to see how Connecticut finishes off the season because that'll determine how I feel about them going into the playoffs.
It won't for
Um,
me. They could
okay.
go 15-0 in the second half, and I still wouldn't believe. They got to show me.
The Sun can go 15-0,
Yes.
and you wouldn't bat an eye.
No. Bro, they was the first seed last year, and like, bro, nah.
I
They've
know, I know,
been
I know, I know,
they've
I
been
know.
top of the league for the last 5 years and have no chips to show for it. I'm
That's
tired of
terrible.
being like, oh, they might be. No, they're not.
No,
Until they do it, they're not. Like
that's
I'm gonna
fair.
have to. They're gonna have to go back and be like, oh, we proved him wrong. Yeah, it took y'all 6 years to do it. Congratulations, you finally did it. Congratulations.
In the midst of that, they hung a banner of "Oh, we beat Candace Parker in the
No,
playoffs."
that was OD actually. That was actually OD. Like, oh, conference finals, and then went and got smacked.
Yeah,
And they did that like they hadn't already beat her when she was with the Sparks because of Derek Fisher goofy behind sitting people on the bench. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all finna
yeah.
make me crash out.
We're not gonna unload a clip on Derek Fisher. Not today.
Uh,
Maybe in a future episode, but not today.
we done that like 5 or 6 times
Oh,
already.
we
So,
definitely have, but we not giving that name power today.
bro, I
So
remember I called. I said, bro, where's Matt Barnes?
I remember those tweets. I remember those tweets.
I was like, yo, Matt Barnes,
Yeah.
pulling up. I'm pulling up with you, bro.
Hey, hey,
Oh man.
hey. 30 hours. Let me stop.
All right now.
But nah, I'm just really interested, man. We're in a time where there's a lot of good basketball being played. Between this W season, you got summer league has started in the NBA. You got Olympic basketball starting up in a couple weeks, like full fledged starting up with the Olympics starting at the end of this month. Um, it is that time. It is that time, and then we rolling into the NBA season and college season.
College season.
College
Yes.
season is gonna be fun. College season is gonna be fun, and it's already the drama's already here. I don't know if you got people to this weekend, but hey, USC and Notre Dame was already gonna be a movie. It's solidified now. I don't care what day that is. I am canceling everything. I am sitting in front of the television if I'm not there already to watch this game unfold. I have to watch it. I have to be there. I have to see it. It's
I
must
got
see
I got a
television.
question for you.
What's up?
Does your favorite college players list change?
I was gonna say something real ignorant, but as of now, no. As of now, no.
Oh man,
I
I
mean,
had a
hey,
feeling
you
you would
still
say that.
got you still got Juju number one. Juju is the one, not the two. Okay,
Okay.
or the three or the four.
Does Olivia jump a certain individual now or no?
I placed Olivia with her backcourt counterpart.
Mm.
Um, Hannah Hidalgo, for those who don't know. Hannah's still tough. You got Kiki or Yafa that's tough to that. Like, um, TiVo, she tough.
It's TVO.
Uh,
Why do you keep saying TiVo?
I'm sorry, is it TiVo or is it TiVo? Like,
What?
I
It's
thought TiVo just
TVO.
rolled off the tongue better. I just thought TiVo rolled off the tongue better.
Ain't that like an
But
old
I mean, I
channel or
understand
something?
it's DVR. Like that's what DVR used to be.
I
It's TiVo. It was like a DVR like
I mean, it
software.
probably really don't matter, but TiVo just sounds
I
just
just thought
TVO.
it, like I said, I just thought it just rolled off the tongue better, you know.
Or do you just
But
say it because
obviously, it's not.
how do you say her name in full?
What was it? What was the question
How do you
again?
say her
Brother?
name in full?
In
Hmm.
full. There's so many ways to pronounce her
There's
name.
not.
It's like two ways to pronounce her first name.
There's two ways that you pronounce it. There's one way to pronounce it, the correct way.
It's Talia Von Alhoffen.
All right, yeah.
Claps in the chat, baby. Yes, sir. I know how to pronounce names. Hey, moving on up. We
Do
growing.
we really want to go there?
You and no, this ain't. Are you smart in the fifth grade? We're not about to do this.
We're gonna do
This is the hoodie and the headband.
instead of who he played for is how you spell it. Or
Hoodie and the headband.
how do
Hoodie
you
and the
pronounce
headband
it?
spelling bee would be crazy, or how you
How do you
pronounce it would be
pronounce it?
crazy.
Do the
But no,
pronunciation,
I'm definitely
please.
looking forward to the college season now. Shouts to the
Can you say
South
it in a
Carolina
sentence?
Gamecocks. Got awarded as best team from at the SBs, as they should. Undefeated
Tahina.
season. Shout out to Tahina. Shout out to Ashland. Shout out to Malaysia. Shout out to Breezy. Shout out to some girls. Shout out to Dawn. Shout out to Louis Vuitton Dawn and her
Dang,
children.
you just gonna leave off. Just gonna leave off Raven. Gonna leave, gonna leave off Chloe,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Camilla.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just named a few names. I'm sorry.
I thought you was gonna go down the list. That's all. My bad.
I just said the first couple names that came to mind. But shout out to
Mm.
the South Carolina women's game. Shout out to the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team.
Oh man, Paige and Az back
Um,
this year.
yes, sir. PB and J. Why are you laughing so much, man? I'm trying to be serious. You find everything I say funny. I know I ain't that funny, man. Like yo,
Oh man, yes sir,
but
PB and J.
that not their nickname?
Yes, but no one has said that in a really long time.
Oh, well, I'm bringing it back.
I guess.
Where does the J come from? I know it's like peanut butter and jelly like a sandwich, but it's like it's also PB as in Paige Beckers. And where's the J coming from for AZ?
I don't know because her name is Az Foot, so I have no clue.
Well, I said, where did J come from?
Yeah, they was even arguing over who was the PB and who was the J. So who knows?
It might be
But
PB and A if you want to do apple jelly.
all right, next topic.
Why are you looking like that? Apple jelly's tough. I got a jar in the fridge right now.
Next topic. Next topic.
Anyways, man, Summer League hoops is here too. Have you been keeping up with your team?
Mm, I've seen some clips. I haven't watched the game. No,
That boy Reese Shepherd tough.
I did see some clips of him. He was hooping.
That boy nice.
Hey, what school you go to?
He went to Kentucky.
Ah, nah, yeah, yeah. Wait, has Rob played yet?
Rob cooking too. I saw
I
the
haven't. Se-
clips on Rob.
I haven't seen no clips.
Rob with the shifts. Getting shifty out there.
Let me
It's
see.
been a fun summer league though. Shout out to the summer league Nets. Didn't they lost today, but hey, it's part of the tank, you know. The Rick Whitehead is playing basketball again, so it's
Tanking
good.
in the summer league is crazy.
The tank got to start somewhere.
In summer league,
Nah, I'm playing. They
I'm
one
gonna
on one
say
in
no.
summer league. They're 1-1 in summer league.
I was saying no way y'all
Jalen
that
Wilson had a
cheese.
great game one. Keon Johnson cooked up for the Nets in this past game.
Hmm.
Actually hit the game winner against who did the Nets play first game? Who did the Nets play the first game? Whoever the Nets played the first game, Keon Johnson hit the game winner in that game.
Okay, Rob cooking.
But yeah, Rob Cook. Oh, Pacers. That's what it was. But yeah,
But
um,
have you watched Bronny play?
I seen a little bit.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't like seen it in full, but
Yeah,
Ronnie gonna be good. Ronnie gonna be straight. Ronnie gonna be just
I
fine.
agree.
Don
Yeah.
connect nice. I'm gonna just leave that there before
Hey,
Tariq
yeah.
before Tariq try and paint random narratives on me again. I'm gonna just leave that there.
Random.
Definitely not random. But other than that, man, it's been a lot of good basketball, bro. Especially with the Olympics coming up. I cannot wait for the men's Olympics. Men's national team though, hey, they were starting the feeling.
Who?
I said the men's national team, they were starting the feeling.
They hooping a little bit.
I I I want to say these games gonna be blowouts, but some of these games just might.
I need somebody to.
They got to run for their money, but
I need somebody to still off on Dylan Brooks though. I ain't gonna lie. Cause who
he
does
got to
he
cut
think
the
he
tough.
is, bro?
He got to cut the tough guy act out, bro.
Yeah, act heavy on the act, bro.
It's an
Like, what are we
act,
doing?
bro. Like
What
you
are
just
we
walking in
doing?
front of people, bro. Like
Like,
yo,
knowing they're not gonna be able to do nothing because they be in interview
like
right
I
now.
understand if you miss and do it coincidentally, whatever, but
He did it on purpose
your mission ain't
twice.
out to be the villain. Like stop, bro.
Like nobody was even talking about you this season because
What exactly?
just let that ride, bro. Let that go.
Bro got a shorty took by Drake and want to be mad at the world now. You ain't hear about that?
No,
Oh man, yeah, bro. Yo, it's a rumor that Drake took Dylan Brooks shorty. It's a rumor. This was like
Uh,
last year during FIBA, and
no, not during FIBA.
they had well, this is when the story kind of came like to light, but they were like, "Yo, who's your like favorite Canadian or who's a better Canadian, whatever?" Like Ryan Gosling. I think it was Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling or Drake. Whole team said Drake, but Dylan Brooks. And everybody's like, huh, uh. Start connecting dots. Like, oh, he said that because Drake got his girl.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, you gotta cut the tough guy act out though. Like,
Seriously,
you gotta chill.
like what are we
Like,
even doing?
I don't know. I hate the
It's
fake tough guy role or just the act, just like the enforcer stuff. Like, bro, that ain't you, bro. Like,
like, boy, I
chill.
saw you at Oregon.
Come
You
on,
wasn't
bro.
doing none of this. Like, where did this come from? Maybe it's
Just
Memphis.
there. We
No, I'm
was
just kidding.
there.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna go there. Anyways, man, thank y'all for tuning into another episode of the Hoodie That Man. first of many live recordings, man. We got a lot in store for the fall, winter time, and the rest of the summer. Summer ain't over yet. We just in the middle of it. We're just in the midst of it. So stay tuned and stay locked in. Y'all know where to you're at tuning to this on Most Pussy Media's YouTube. Shout out to the home team, Most Pussy Media. Y'all gonna be
Home team
pushing
hoops. Shout
y'all
out
gonna
home
be
team
some articles
hoops.
out this week. Shout out home team. But shout out Most Pussy for sure. We got some new articles coming out this week. A lot of new content coming out from both of us this week as well. So y'all stay tapped in and tuned in and locked in. You know where to find us. Thank you for tuning to
Appreciate
another
y'all.
episode of the
Oh,
Hoodie and the Headman podcast show. I'm
appreciate y'all.
signing out.
Hit that Drewski.